Welcome back to the show. It is time for Virtus.pro versus Faze on Cash. But before we get into that, I just got an email from Ford. Okay.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys remember when the previous Ford GT came out, and it's like this. It's probably their marquee car.
Okay.
And they said, okay, you need to apply if you want to buy it. It's like stupidly priced, like 300k or more, and they were only selling it to select people, basically. So you had to apply to even have a chance to buy the car. So I applied. I don't have money for a Ford GT.
No, you don't.
I was like, okay, let me see if they will like consider me on the shortlist, and I try and blag the car afterwards and be like, well, I don't really have the money, but like I'm really,
I like that idea.
I'm really awesome. So give me a Ford GT. Probably wasn't going to work out, but they just emailed me and said that they're taking applications again, which is funny.
It's expensive.
So maybe I'll try again.
GT, I guess it's a very classic car.
Yeah. So if you do have the money for a Ford GT, then the thingy-majiggy, the application is still open. Or buy me one. Yeah, that works as well. That works as well. So Virtus.pro versus Faze on Cash. Now Faze are coming fresh off a win at Epicenter, which is
Very
fantastic.
nice.
They've recently said in excuse me, in interviews that rather than looking at like roster changes, looking at reassigning roles within the team. So far, so good, it seems. Did you watch any of Epicenter?
I did watch it, and FaZe spanked Na'Vi in the finals for sure, at least on Dust 2. And I was, up to leading that. I was kind of worried for a player like Kerrigan, because he was at IGL. He got bumped off of IGL for, I don't know if they've ever said why, in terms of maybe just changing it up or whatnot. But, yeah, that's the thing for Kerrigan. But honestly, for them winning this tournament, I think it extended him on the team a little bit, little bit longer, to where I felt like he was the person that probably will be replaced eventually, but he played well at Epicenter. So, and he plays that dirty role sometimes. So it's...
yeah, the thing is, I think that he really fits this. Okay, Morales has shot his teammate, or I think Pasha shot Morales in the head. So will they continue?
It's going to reset. I think I heard him type something. Unless not,
seems they will. Yeah, their CTs are going back, so they're asking for a restart, which no actions happen, so that'll take a second. So I think with Kerrigan, I think stylistically he fits the team well, even if he's not the in-game leader. I think that he does frag well for the team. I don't think it's too often that he is lagging behind, and I think he has the right level of he understands the level of urgency that FaZe have, and he has the right level of aggression. So I think he's still a good fit for the team. But
he's a very good fit,
I think based on the nature of the team, FaZe being like all the best players in the world, basically, there may be like external pressure to replace him, even if it doesn't warrant a replacement, even if he's not the in-game leader.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how. I mean, as Nico has taken the reins and different roles have been assigned, we'll see how it works out for the next month or so. Mihu, this I find strange. Like, I think it's cool in a pistol round to peek mid with a P250, because I think you have a fair chance of a 1v1 duel with someone.
That's true. That's a very good point.
But
if you the Glock, it's going to do like 90 damage, like 91 damage.
You're not going to one-shot them from that range. So that's what when I play pistol on Cash, I smoke the connector, so it pretty much guarantees that if there's a CT that's going to be there, it's going to be towards white box in most cases, and you've got a 1v1. I think that's favourable for the T's in that situation, but the T's will be piling into the A bomb site. Kerrigan's completely blind. Great use of utility from Virtus.pro. The smoke for the cross. They've got a smoke for the post plant as well. There is a flank coming in from Rain, however. You can see a Neo behind the box is dropping a flashbang, and Snatchy's looking to flank the flank. In the meantime, Pash is still holding on to his smoke grenade. Now, that's exactly the post-plant grenade, which is so strong. And by rounds especially, we'll see how it plays out for the pistol. It seems that Neo was looking for the flank. Oh, sorry, Rain looking for the flank, but can't do anything about it. Olaf Mice are trapped behind the smoke. It just kills so much time. Can't find the targets. Snatchy's engaging in the 1v1 from main, and Olaf Mice is falling back now to try and pick off some plays as safe as Kevlar. That's a nice $300 for him. And he'll keep his 650 from his Kevlar. Pasha will get dropped as well. Snatchy left with 11 HP. Almost, but not quite.
Very simple, I guess, A execute. Well, kind of more of a default A execute. They're trying to kind of they had the head stack watching the B push. You mentioned about Michu kind of taking the shot in the middle, kind of seeing how many people are in the middle. If he sees one person, then it could be a 2-1-2. If he sees more than one person, then he can kind of assess the situation after that point. And I love this smoke boost. They did a double smoke boost.
Yeah, but as the bomb has fallen over the mid position, so the bomb carrier was boosted, got picked off, and now the bomb has been left in mid. However, the CT do not continue to fight in that position, but it's still not ideal. And there is risk. They don't know for sure if anybody's close, so it will take them a while to retrieve that bomb. In the meantime, Olofmeister is looking for someone, but they will be covering the low ground. So of course, this is still a massively advantaged situation for them, unless Olofmeister gets another frag. But here we go. It's Guardian versus 3 with a USP. Maybe he goes to pick up something in mid.
Got Molotov right there. Mac 10. Get some money. Maybe get extra kill. Surprised he didn't see him.
Yeah. The outline can be somewhat or can give you the wrong impression sometimes. Oh, the timing is unreal. Guardian not choosing to re-peek in mid and go wide. So he can hold on to this for the next round. No pistol to drop for a player if he keeps the Mac 10.
Well, they're going to buy next round for sure.
Oh,
so I don't
course,
know why.
yeah.
I don't know why he's keeping the Mac 10. I'd probably go for a kill or two. Because it's not like he has a rifle. I mean, he might save the Molotov, but I guess that's okay. You know, saving a Molotov is going to save him, what, like $600? So that could be a good thing. He does get the kill, so we get a gun out of that? Doesn't get a gun.
Must be a weapon somewhere.
But look at the money on Faze. Definitely buy, but Guardian, there's no way he's going to keep a Mac 10. He shouldn't. And he does. Okay.
Okay, then.
We'll see what kind of position he's going to have to probably play a more forward, aggressive spot. But the thing about VP, they don't know he has a Mac 10 or he kept it. So if he gets one kill, maybe two, that'd be great. That's not a spot I'd take for a Mac 10, to be honest. It's like a rifle spot, maybe an AWP spot.
Well, that has to be one of the more bizarre situations that I've seen. And now what? Do they save at this point?
I think they save. They have to save. It's not even worth it. You will have 4 guns and probably a 5th because Guardian has 2.6K still. They're going to get about 1,400.
So suppose this is worst case scenario for FaZe. Put Guardian alone towards the B bomb site. He's left money in the hole to buy an AWP. So I think this is, while it looks bizarre, I would assume it's a very deliberate strategy.
It is.
So it's like if they go B, we'll give up B. Guardian dies, drops a Mac 10, whatever. We can hold on to everything else and then just go into the next round of an AWP. So
I like it actually.
Yeah.
I really like it.
In that sense, it's a very interesting and smart situation.
It allows them, again, as you said, it allows them to stack the other bomb site. You know, B or A being a little more common, middle being a little more common when you know people go off defaults. They're listening for A, they're working middle, kind of spotting things around. So FaZe gambled, didn't pay off, but they didn't lose much. They just lost a round, and they still have plenty of money. And even if they lose this round, they can buy next round again because they have 2,000. They're going to get at least 1,900 for the next round. So is it a 2-round loss bonus? I think it's the 3rd one. Oh yeah, actually, when I have lots of money,
There'll be a max loss bonus if they lose this run. Yeah. There we go. Oh my God, Guardian! Beautiful. He might be my favorite player at the moment. I normally find it very hard to pick.
So
3v3 for Virtus.pro moving in. They're planting for checkers. Looking at the utility for FaZe, they've got no retake smokes whatsoever. Carrigan needs his teammates to run distraction to come through into that vent. It's a tough spot for him. Although there is a really cool pop flash you can do, which would break the vent and drop immediately below it. Actually, a right click. But in the meantime, Olofmeister moving back, avoiding the AWP. Carrigan gets taken out blind. But then he's got Nico to move through the vent after him, so it's the right way round if you think about it. Nobody on the site for the T's. They're both outside. Only one player on the site himself. That's Olofmeister trying to get the bomb defused, and Nico's come in too late, unfortunately for him. Snatchy, though, may die to the bomb explosion as well. Yes, he will. So very costly round for all concerned. But indeed, max loss bonus now for FaZe. So they'll be on a bye regardless.
Nice. 2 shots by Guardian. Ooh. It's not easy to do.
It's not easy to do.
Neo coming big in himself, getting 2 kills, and just really force their way in the B, exchange kill fest, and Virtus.pro comes on top, and see what FaZe will do to change it up. They were playing kind of a 2-on-2 style, pretty default, but look at this. I think they're going to do Shroud Boost here in A. Nico or something.
On top of the lights. Not an easy task for Karrigan to smoke off the mid position and Molotov.
He decided against it for some reason. I don't know if he made noise. Maybe that's why he dropped off. Because he did kind of make a footstep noise on top of that light. So maybe he's like, it's not worth staying up there. Because he already made all that footstep. And if you're in the squeaky door, if you're near A main, you're going to hear that.
FaZe have a read that Virtus.pro will favour the A bomb site. They've rotated a 3rd man there. They're going for that information now with the pop flash. But ironically, Miyu's just going for information himself. The bomb is outside main for the time being, but now what do they do? This might activate Pasha towards the B bomb site. Gets a pick and probably expecting no one to be there, but maybe Rain was some kind of bait because Guardian's there as well. What do you make of that? Very unusual stuff.
That's definitely a high-level bait right there, because you saw Pasha run with his nade out as he got the kill on Rain, expecting, you know, the stack to be somewhere else.
And here comes Olofmeister from the rear. Spots Neo in the middle of mid with the bomb. Karrigan's tempted to push through the smoke. Neo's got trouble though.
It's a nice-looking AUG.
His teammates with him, Snatchy. You'll see all the info. Karrigan can't quite get that final frag though, but 1 versus 2 for Neo. 19 seconds, could be coming from anywhere. Olofmeister moving towards the door, but the door is closed. That's a pain, but he can open it to distract Neo. Although if Neo moves too close to the car, then he won't hear the squeaky door open. Something we learned when Liquid used to play retake on pistol rounds, is that you stand here, you can't hear the door open at all. Guardian now, looking to cross, trying to figure out where Neo is. Neo maybe spots an arm, taking some shots. Now the information is out. Olofmeister does not have a kit.
It's a nade, though.
Oh, that is nasty from Neo. Just the 1 tap, just the 1.
There you go, Neo.
And a 3K for him.
A little confidence. I like it. You know, Virtus.pro, they're playing pretty well. Even though FaZe played that pretty patiently, Olaf was just waiting for his teammate. Very good teamwork from FaZe, but Neo had a very smart plan, and he played spawn where they probably didn't expect him to push spawn like that. And so it really gave the advantage to Neo after, you know, he got that first kill.
Using a spawn to peek the mid position. What a re-pick from Olofmeister though. That is not how it's supposed to go. That's got to be triggering. Spotted one player go towards white box. Another eco run for FaZe. Virtus.pro building a big lead early.
I don't think that's too surprising. I think FaZe's playstyle actually favors VP a little bit, because VP's kind of spread out. FaZe is more known as, you know, kind of a buggy style of play-ish, but very high skilled.
Nico jumping by accident, and who knows if he would have got a 2nd kill there. Guardian picking up the slack with the Desert Eagle, and Snatchy's left in a 1 versus 2. Let's not forget, this was an eco round for FaZe, and all of a sudden, they have a man advantage. Molotov not quite doing the task, and if anybody's in that short position, they would have seen the trajectory, and they know he's near forklift.
Yeah. Gave away his spot with that Molotov. He could have saved for the bomb, which I would have done. But now he's in a very interesting spot. Just like that, FaZe wins the pistol. Kind of a half eco, just random buy.
Yeah, it's annoying for Snatchy. Presses Q twice as he just scoped in. So it's a lot faster to just scope out twice. And he's unable to even fire his gun as the CT runs into main. Unfortunate timing for him. This is a re-peek from Olofmeister. Nasty stuff. And here you can see Nico jumps. Maybe it's the mouse wheel. And I'm sure that would have been frustrating for him. Maybe. For me, he's the most dangerous Deagle player in the world. So I feel like he gets the clutch Deagles at the highest level and the most important times, which makes it #1 for me.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty insane Deags from these guys.
Now we've got the
Nico.
Hero AWP. The first time I saw the Hero AWP actually was from Virtus.pro on Cash on the T side, and it was Pasha. AWP and 4 pistols, and they won the round as well. I forget which team it was against.
Yeah, that's interesting, mate. Is this a miscommunication? Because they're going to buy next round regardless, looks like. So Snatchy maybe Oh, that's a miss. It had to be the miscomms. That wouldn't make sense. I mean, hero, you do it sometimes, but you're up 5-1. You don't really need to do a hero up. Not going to knock it.
We'll see.
And it works. He gets the first pick off of Nico at the white box. Nice bait from VP to kind of elbow peek that op shot. And Snatchy just slided right in.
Yeah, that's really cool. And they've collected the weapon, another AWP, and they're falling all the way back. This is awesome to see.
Two pistols. I love it.
This is really cool. Just flying all over the place, Neo. Maybe overstepping the mark with that.
I threw my hands up. He's kind of gave away his life.
They still have the 2 AWPs, but they're losing numbers. And it's really important to have those numbers to collect more weapons and get a post-plant and things like that. Now, Pasha has made steps in headshot, but he's caught Guardian off guard. Had no idea they had gone that deep. Now the sound will be cut. Got to run away from that HE with no Kevlar. HE could kill you, but so can an AWP. Snatchy faking. Oh, he was so close. That would have been so important. Now he's got to commit to the bomb plant, surely with 10 seconds left. Here's Morales watching the cross. He was so close to firing the shot, but it's Snatchy versus Olaf Meister. So fast is Snatchy. The hero AWP, a Virtus.pro special.
So
3
quick.
kills for Snatchy, 6-1 for Virtus.pro.
He is so quick, and the hero op prevails. Showing why sometimes it is a good strategy.
I'm telling you guys, Snatchy's the man. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. First saw it from Pasha. Now we see it from Snatchy as well. Marvelous stuff. That's the Virtus.pro you want to see.
Yes, you do. And being up 6-1, kind of putting Faze in a really awkward kind of force spy. You're going to have to do a double save anyways, so buy what you can. Faze, though, putting 3 people towards his A-bomb site. Trying to give up middle. Risking it.
But Guardian's got to be aggressive. They need to get an early pick here, and he needs to keep rotating to catch people off guard. That's how it works with the CT. Hero AWP, of course, the M4 is there as well, but it's all eyes on Guardian to get to work. Flashbang, but too many targets to land the shot. Snatch, he's got a superior angle, and he'll trade immediately. Nico, though, there to pick up the AWP. So many snipers on the side, but he misses his shot, and that might just be the round. Smoking off, planting the bomb. Olaf Meister picked away, and that leaves Rain to try and save his M4. No aspirations of trying to save the AWP. That's 7-1 to Virtus.pro. You start to wonder if it's an insurmountable lead just yet, or if there's plenty of CS to play.
Definitely plenty of CS. You know, cash T side. It's not unusual to get a lot of T rounds on cash. Especially how the map's designed. It's very difficult to hold areas of CT if you get picked off early. So you have to have a lot of coordination, a lot of retakes, a lot of patience. And, you know, I wouldn't count, obviously you can't count Faze out too much. What's he doing? He's looking at Rain, he's like, what, are you going to turn around? Can I knife you? What's going on?
Well, there is the clean eco now for Faze. The money is in the absolute dustbin. It's in the trash. Take it away.
Yeah, they're going to have to force save 7-1. Now, Rain, he's been an interesting story for Faze. He hasn't been playing well this year compared to last year. Last year, he was arguably top 5 in the world. You know, he's doing well in tournaments, being one of the top consistent fraggers in the team. This year, though, he's kind of stepped back a little bit. I don't know if there's a role change or maybe there's something going on in his personal life, but it's not the same Rain we're used to seeing.
Nico and Olaf Meister remain in this eco round. Nothing doing really on the A site, and Virtus.pro are quite spread out, hunting for these anti-eco frags. There's not much to gain really from these kills, as they have absolutely no money. They lose nothing by dying. But you definitely don't want an AK to go into the hands of these players. But with Olaf Meister alone now, it's not a terrible concern as it might have been before. Olaf with some TSM stickers on his USB. Up the ladder, of course, doing his best Oscar impression. That was ridiculous. 8-1, even though, okay, no, Faze on at max loss bonus. So they will be light on utility. They don't even have a Molotov for the roof, for the T boost. area control won't be easy. They've got the smoke grenades, however. You can see Guardian shooting the vents open. If the CCs want to boost into there later, then they'll do it unannounced because of the vent break. Virtus.pro keen on doing that as well. I think he actually missed with the Molotov, sorry, with the USP, but the Molotov broke the vents open. Either way, Nico caught out boosting. We're jumping up into A main, early advantage, and Neo will try to draw some attraction towards A, but no, there's no rotation just yet. Rain in a committed position, Morels will win that duel, and it still doesn't seem to be going the way of FaZe at the moment on Cash.
Yeah, they're giving up a lot of early picks. Rain and Nico, they kind of put themselves in spots where their teammates can't exchange kills with them. You have Rain pushed up in middle, no one helping him out. You have Nico kind of pushed in A main with his teammate on the other side of the smoke, all off Meister. He can't help him out. So it's like if you eliminate these little situations where you can exchange kills, it makes it easier, I guess, to, you know, win the round here. But EP's running over FaZe.
Absolutely running them over. 9-1, menacing headshots from Virtus.pro in that round, and just like that, FaZe are back on Eco. Again, they are headed towards maximum loss bonus for the second time in this half. If you reach max loss bonus twice in one half, I mean, that's 10 rounds.
That's life decisions.
There's not much in between.
That's rethinking your life, what you're doing with yourself, you know? Get a little depressed. You gotta bring yourself back from the depths of hell here, all right? The gun switch, okay. I like it.
Goodbye, Nico. If you have no Kevlar and you get hit with a grenade, it can do 101 damage in 2 hits.
If it hits you, right?
Yeah.
That happened to me before. Turn my hands
It's happened
up.
to me at least 3 times. Well, anti-eco seems to be going well. The bomb's been left outside the B bomb site, 5 versus 2, and it seems that Virtus.pro may win by elimination. Guardian will not be checked for. Has he been heard, however?
I think he heard the footsteps.
And there we go. On to the next one. 10-1 for FaZe. Max loss bonus again. Congratulations.
Let's have a timeout here, FaZe. How many rounds? How many timeouts do they get? Do they get 4 timeouts?
I believe it's 4, yeah.
Well, where are the timeouts, FaZe? Coach, come on. It's 10-1. What you're doing is not even close to working. Why not just
I wonder if
talk it over?
Roban's on the server, actually, because I know he's had a baby. Welcome to the family recently, so...
He's not.
Yeah, doing double duty at present. Sure he'll be there for the lands.
Well, congratulations to Robin and his baby, Roban.
Guardian and Nico. The double ops, maybe that is the solution for FaZe. Morale's lurking towards the squeaky door. Nico no stranger to that, and he is on the other side. A boost from Rain, but there's a deep Molotov. He'll be forced up, but he can't get the frag. Does he choose to stay there? No. He sees the bomb heading towards main. Nice tap from Morales. Found a gap in the smoke, but Rain will answer back. 4 versus 3 in favor of FaZe. Now the bomb's not committed, it's just Miyu here, entertaining 2 of the 4 CTs. In the meantime, Neo charging through mid. I think he was bouncing off the roof as Carrigan tried to shoot him. Ready for a player on short as well. There are big problems now for FaZe, as they have 1 player per site, both with AWPs. Nico can't unscope it, would concede his position. There's a flashbang. Line for a time. Has he been spotted? I think he has. But he's just about got the angle, dropping Miyu on his head. But there is Neo. They have been outmaneuvered, and Guardian remains a very dangerous Guardian. But how does he deal with Neo's position?
Yeah, Neo's going to be a thorn in his side. Guardian with no kit. He's going to probably have to be a little quicker than he would find more comfortable, especially with an AWP. He's making a lot of noise. He's jumping around, trying to bait shots, trying to find information where the other person is. But Pasha peeks as soon as Guardian turns around, looking back towards truck, bringing the score of 11-1 for Virtus.pro. Wow. Where does it say wow? And FaZe just coming off a tournament win. Expect a little bit more pep in their step.
There are many things I'd rather do than peek into Guardian. But for Virtus.pro, it seems to be working so far. 4 players now towards the A-bomb site for VP.
Double upset up at T side. Rare indeed.
Indeed it is, and Snatchy making many assumptions, it seems, and he's lost not only his AWP, but they've been smoked off the bomb. Oh dear. Never let your guard down, especially against FaZe. I think this is one of the few teams where it never is truly over until you've reached number 16.
Very true indeed. They still have the bombs, so Virtus.pro is trying to group up a little bit. Can you even spam through that with the rifle?
Looked like he was on, shooting at his feet. I'm pretty sure you can. It's just a roller shutter. I say just a roller shutter, but if you look at the fridge on Mirage in the market, you can't shoot through the side of that with an AWP. So
yeah, I've never actually spammed that spot that Neil was spamming. Usually it's in the metal part of A main area, metal garage wall looking thing. But hey, you learn something new every day. That's the key to living. You're learning. I love to learn.
So do I. 4 AWPs on the server now. Everybody trying to smoke off the connector. 3 people, okay. One's towards the white box. The sugar cube. So there'll be no angles held by the CTs. Trying to get aggressive. I don't know whose Molly this is. Either way, there are 3 CTs now. Moving into that main position while Virtus.pro stream towards the B bomb site. They seem to have an inkling of what might be going on, maybe towards A, but they're still moving into Guardian. Lets them pass so many targets, but Snatchy is good for it. Rain in a headshot position, needs help quickly. Carrigan's rotating towards CT. Has he got a flash over the top? I think he has, or something just dropped down. There's a Molotov as well. I don't know if that smoke will actually help the CTs.
I'm not sure. Yeah, because you see Carrigan kind of sneak to the end of it, was able to come out, so that smoke is actually, well, I mean, it didn't help him that much, but if it was an even more even situation, it could have been a terrible smoke.
I mean, the way it landed gives him some space to move into headshot.
Yep, it like pops out a little bit, so like
yeah,
so it's wider on the sides.
I'm assuming it's deliberate, but I'm gonna go and check the demo for that.
2 offs style for Virtus.pro really paying off. 13-1, very impressive showing against the Epicenter champions. Faze. Faze changing up, playing more aggressive, heavy middle style. Giving up only 1 person B. Michu catching Olaf and Nico off guard. I don't think they expect him just to kind of creep peek without any utility or anything like that. And just like that, he's just cutting them like hot knife through butter.
3 kills, but the rotation's been pretty slow for Virtus.pro. I think they've been looking for reactions elsewhere, not necessarily committing to the A site. Indeed, they're heading towards B, assuming that the CTs are rotating towards A. Rain may have realized what's going on. It is the last round and a half, so they've got to go for it. Guardian continuing with the FAMAS, no upgrades for him. He will be hurt by Snatchy, however, who's already scoped in. Down goes Guardian. So now it is Rain that remains, 14 HP, moving up the slope, versus 3 players. Is he looking for a lurker in mid? I think he is. Now, 2 of these 3 players are pretty damn low, so there is some chance here for Rain. Does he gamble and walk through the smoke, though? Maybe he was more inclined to before that spray. He's got to do it anyway, avoiding the re-smoke. Does he pick the right time, though? Nia's looking all over the place, starting to go to Rain's right now. He can't stand here forever. He doesn't have a kit. He's got to go for this. Is he lost in the smoke? Still in the smoke. Snatchy watching it now, and eventually he edges forwards, and he will be denied. 14-1, an angry Virtus.pro on Cash.
Yeah, barely losing the match against Astralis. Arguably, probably should have won that match. I mean, you can never say he should have won against Astralis, but VP was looking a lot better than Astralis and Mirage. They were playing well, and they just kind of, I'd say, choked off the win. And now they probably want revenge. They want to prove themselves. They have a chip on their shoulder. Everyone calls them bad all the time online. It kind of sucks.
All right, then, this is a key pistol to win, isn't it?
Very indeed.
For both teams, close it out quickly. I think you want to do, if you're Virtus.pro, a nice confident win. And after those 2 losses to Astralis, they needed W's. Neo starting off well. Target number 3 has presented itself, and number 4. Hasn't quite seen number 5 just yet, which is why there's not a full rotation from VP. Snatchy picking up the reins. 5 versus 2. Neo's barely been touched as well. Now what do they do? Carrigan seems to be looking for something, maybe a pistol with better range. Trying to force the issue with the numbers. The flanks are coming in, and now Carrigan is left alone. 15-1 for Virtus.pro. I would assume that Faze will be going for a force buy.
You'd think so. VP 6-0 on pistols so far that we've seen. 6-0.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Bloody
pretty
hell.
good. So I mean that helps out a lot. As you see, they changed from the P2000s to USBs. A couple of them.
Oh, so they did.
So maybe it's a map thing. Maybe for some reason Mirage.
That is so weird.
I don't know. You gotta have some kind of idea. It'd be a good question to ask them.
They had 4 P2000s. Okay. That's very interesting. Maybe they changed for the range of a map. That is so curious, but well, we've got problems, Virtus.pro. Just when you thought it was safe to close out the map against Faze, you remember that it never is.
Never is. Guardian getting 2 kills. So it allows VP to play a little more passive towards middle, have to play towards B and A bomb site, kind of spread out the CTs. Neo, though, doing a great job of pushing and peeking with his scout, giving his team a lot of information that they're not B at all yet.
Well, we've got 2 tagged players now for Faze. Oh, Neo with a nice angle, but he has conceded his position. Hasn't got a kill just yet. There is a player lurking outside B. He's being baited at the moment, but... oh, there we go. Nico will eventually trade. Maybe that's a kill that gets him the W. Olofmeister's position. You can spray this from the car, but why would they expect him to be here?
There's no way they expect him to be here.
Is he going for a knife? He's going for a knife, isn't he? He's going for the bonus money.
He needs money.
Nope. Didn't want to take it too far. Warning shots to Snatchy, who, with Olofmeister in the red, puts him down to 1 HP. And away he goes. Excuse me.
VP, it's going to happen again? No, 15-2. That'd be one of the biggest comebacks of all time right there. Virtus.pro having to save. They're going to probably buy pistol, nade, keep around the $1,000 mark. This is one of the maps for CTs. You do need a lot of utility, a lot of Molotovs specifically. It's very hard to hold it middle on this map without any Molotovs or incendiary grenades for the CTs.
On a round like this, in the mid position on the CTs, I'll say if people have HGs, I'll say like wait for a flash. And then throw the HGs in. Sometimes there isn't a flash, but most of the time there is.
Yeah, yeah. I like occupying around the flash. I'm that kind of player. I play a flash. It's good. They can't kill me if they don't see me. Well, they could, but
Carrigan's got the Martini Krieg from the racing livery of the. I forget what car it is from. The Italians know, obviously, so they told me, but I do not recall. 15-3, pistols again for Virtus.pro. Just the 1 round required. Nice pop flash from Nico. Plenty of opportunity, plenty of bullets, and Miyu will not hold on to his AK for long, I imagine. There we go. Round number 4 in the bag for FaZe Clan. And now it is buy time for Virtus.pro.
There we go. Double op setups been working on the T side. Why not try the CT side? Pasha and Snatchy. Neo, though, leading the frags for Virtus.pro, having a great game. Complete the opposite of what he had, I guess, 2 games ago.
Smoke in main.
Kind of spread out.
Well-timed smoke as well, getting max value from it. Not doing it too early. Spam from Guardian towards the forklift position. He's avoiding it for the time being.
You can see Olofmeister doing his thing, trying to listen, finding map information, maybe make noise, try to keep 2 people at B if necessary. So he has that option. He is shooting at B, so he's making noise purposely to keep those 2 people over there, and he walks back. Hopefully pulling someone from middle to A or B.
Now we've got mid abandoned by Virtus.pro, the 1 minute mark, and they are denied information. And this gives FaZe split possibility towards the B bomb site, and that shooting that Olofmeister was doing outside B before. I think a lot of people would imagine that he's just doing some usual lurking, but now the bomb and others will be behind him. So maybe this will catch them off guard. A smoke for CT. Molotov on the site. He's actually trying to do something. Neo's on his own. He's got a gap in the smoke, however, but they're moving past him. Guardian will find him. Now, there aren't many grenades here for Virtus.pro and 2 AWPs, so I do think it is safe territory for the Polish side.
Yeah, 15-4, 2 Alps, very hard to retake. Very little utility for the retake. You have no smokes. You have a couple flash Molotov. That's it. Neo kind of doing that one-way smoke in B is not great. You have no one helping you out, really. And it's pretty obvious when you throw that smoke. So interesting play by him. Guardian does spam the one-way. But now Virtus.pro setting up for, go ahead, come chase us. We have 2 Alps in A, looking at every angle. Good luck.
Sound cues will raise the alarms on Virtus.pro. Pasha easily avoid that, make it more expensive for FaZe. There we go, 4-play survive. Virtus.pro heading towards max loss bonus, so their buys will only get stronger. 10 rounds for FaZe, so that's at least 5 full buy rounds for Virtus.pro. Plenty of opportunity to try to win this match. 1-2-2 set up for Virtus.pro. Pasha starts off well, picking Olaf Meister. Now instantly moving towards the A site. You can see Nico back in his usual position, harassing the players on A. Rain in A main. Snatcher getting aggressive as well. Not going to sit on man advantage, but they'll take 2. Just when you thought they would be relaxing, no. Now it's a 3-man advantage.
They keep pressing it on.
Aggression all over the place. That was funky. Looked like he was going to shoot Morales in the head through the wall, but barely took any damage. Snatchy picked off in the meantime. Guardian in battle sniper mode, but Neo continues to push. He's moving into T spawn at this point.
Very interesting. This gives his team a little breathing room on stacking towards low B, but we have Morales who's pushed A main as well. So everywhere, this is pushing from VP everywhere, so FaZe 2-on-4 situation. Gets flanked by Michu.
15-5. Even I think this scoreline is misleading as how dominant this has been for Virtus.pro.
Oh yeah.
If they are to win at this point, 30 seconds, Nika carrying the bomb. He's heard some sound cues. He thinks he's been detected, doesn't matter anymore. Miyu with the crouch peek, 16-5, a massive scalp for Virtus.pro. Neo leading by example, 22 kills for him.
Very good game by VP, and I should have said it before the match because I was going to say that VP will take at least 1 map off FaZe because of their play style. I think VP does better against kind of loosely like a playstyle like FaZe, other than Astralis, who's very tight, very methodical.
Solidly disciplined.
Yes.
Honey Badge Deagle, Guardian getting put to work. Still a Navi sticker here and there. Long legacy with that team, but with FaZe, he continues to build another one. Again, fresh off the win from Epicenter, but not quite winning against Virtus.pro. Absolute dominance from VP, and it's great to see a victory versus one of the more notable teams as well.
Yeah, if you look at their past 12 matches for VP, they do go 5-7 in maps, but the teams they beat aren't really that nice. Whether they beat 5 power and beat teams just like Spirit and G2, which aren't really known to be strong teams. Especially G2 is kind of falling off the boat here, but it's good to see that. As you said, it's good to see VP beat a team like FaZe.
Yeah, and there was not a lot of fragging to be done, but when your opponent wins, for FaZe that is, but when your opponent wins almost every single round, what can you do? Standout performance from Neo, Snatchy with some fantastic frags as well, and let's not forget that Hero AWP round from Virtus.pro. So that will be cash in the bag for VP, some much needed points for them, and there are much needed points for FaZe as well if they want to make it to LAN. Maybe they can find someone train after the break.